Yo, yo, this the boy FTF Chuck D's.
It's your boy Ted Santos.
What's poppin', man? We ain't been around in a minute. We had to take a little time off.
Yes, sir.
Back just in
Salute.
time for the playoffs.
Salute, brother. Salute.
Salud.
Oh, man. I'm ready for the playoff talk, I got all the good little takes with me. I got something up my
All
sleeve.
right, just to kick it off, man. Who you think is your Final Four prediction based off what we've seen so far?
Yeah, good question. Oh, man. I ain't trying to break nobody's heart, but hey, I got to. So I got my Final Four is the Lakers, and I got Utah in the West. In the East, I have Milwaukee, and I have Milwaukee and Philadelphia. I forget them. Milwaukee and Philly in the East. I feel like those four teams right there, they literally are a great balance. And they got the makes to be a championship team, like those four. The Nets too, but the Nets have some things to work on, in my opinion.
They bullying Boston right now, but I'm gonna have to agree. I'm gonna have to go Bucks and Sixers coming out the East, but I think the Mavs and Lakers are coming out the West. And I think the Bucks beat Philly. And I think we got a Lakers Bucks finals.
So let me ask you this. Because everybody was saying the Lakers and Bucks supposed to be the finals last year. The Bucks supposed to be in the finals the last 2 years, last 3 years. So what makes it different for them this year?
They gained scrap. When you add a person like Drew Holiday, and then you get PJ Tucker, on top of you having Giannis, now you don't have to depend on the main guy. I can't even think of his name. He looked like an alligator. He's a shooter.
What you talking about, man? What you talking about, bro? He say like an alligator, he's a shooter. I don't even want to talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it.
The shooting guard for the team, man.
You talking about
anyway?
Drew Holiday?
Drew Holiday is the point guard. But that's my apologies for forgetting his name live on air like that. But can't think of his name right. Chris Middleton. I apologize, Chris Middleton, man. I know you probably had never watched this, but your name just super eluded me for some reason. And I'm sorry for calling you an alligator too, but it's how I reference you sometimes, man. My bad. Anyway.
Hey, let the joke go. He'll be alright.
He'll be alright. He'll live through it. But they don't have to fall through Chris Middleton when Giannis can't get it going anymore. And then defensively, I think that team became way stronger. Philly is super inconsistent, so I think that they'll walk through Philly. And I'm not saying that the Nets are inconsistent. I just don't think a Nets can guard a Giannis-esque player and get away with it. But I think matchup wise, the Bucks match up better with the Nets than the Nets match up with the Bucks. Especially because how they do in Miami right now. I know Miami not the Nets, but sheesh.
Yeah.
Who would have taught this?
I honestly agree.
I'm gonna be real. I just have zero faith in Utah. They're a number one seed. To be honest, I already think Memphis is gonna beat them. But I think they're gonna beat them in a 7-game series. I have zero faith in Utah. Utah has let the world down so many times that I doubt very seriously that Donovan Mitchell and team can bring them out of even at a number one seed. I just don't see it.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my take because you went on about the finals too.
I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'm just gonna piggyback off of some things you said. So regarding the Nets, they had the hype around them this year. They had KD, Kyrie, James Harden, Blake Griffin. They had this super team, whatever the case may be, whatever all that is. Kevin Durant, great player. All of those people on the team, great players. I love them, but I honestly think, it's kind of like the Miami situation when LeBron was there. it's kind of hard to get a team like that to the finals your first year, you know. And the East is kind of packed. It's kind of crowded this year out of the previous years. You're starting to see a lot more teams with heart, a lot more teams with grit, a lot more teams with defense, and they're willing to sit there and they're going to play you for that 7-game series. Granted, it might be hard for anybody to beat that Nets team in a 7-game series, but I think Milwaukee has the pieces to do so because of their defense. And it's on the other end, on the other end,
you don't think Boston can do it, you know?
No, I honestly Jason Tatum, dog. I think he's the next Kobe, up and coming for sure. But I also think that Boston has some things they have to work on, and I don't think it's the players.
We're going to leave that there until next time. Go ahead and go to the West, man.
Oh, man. I'm going to go to the West, bro. You know, go to the Lakers and Utah. I got a lot of faith in Utah this year, man. You know, Donovan Mitchell showed me heart last year. They showing me that they want it, man. When you have a team, or just not even a basketball term, whenever you have a team that goes through, you know, some negativity and they have to find out why they like each other and they have to regroup, you get a better team, you know. And I feel like they went through that during COVID. You know, they came back, they bounced back, now they're a better team. So I definitely got faith in them, and I think that, like I've been telling everybody, I'm no disrespect to Memphis, but they've been playing a lot of unhealthy teams, and now they're starting to see Utah at their healthiest time, and it's about to be a very bad problem with them because it's Donovan Mitchell first game back out of a lot of games. So let him get more comfortable, let him get back in the flow. He came back during playoff time, and they got fans in the crowd, so he got to get readjusted, and they pulled this one out. But I think it's going to be uglier for Memphis down the road for this series. And I think it's going to be uglier for a lot of teams that come in their way in the West besides the Lakers.
Now, I don't have faith in Donovan Mitchell. You know, all the hype around him, he gets the turning up. This is what I do. You know, he said that after he scored on Ja earlier.
Toast to him.
Got the N1. Yeah, yeah. Hey, give a toast to my man.
Mm-hmm. Cheers to that. He played his heart out.
He he did all that. He did all that last year, and they still turned around and blew a 3-1 lead to Denver.
He did.
Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets with Jokic, obviously. Granted, Jokic is a much different player than any big man that they got in Utah.
We're talking about
Memphis.
We're talking about MVP candidate Jokic.
Yeah. Hey, listen, my hands up, man.
Okay. I'm just
talking about. But what I'm getting at is, hey, listen, man, my hands up. This is no disrespect to the kid Donovan Mitchell, but I just feel like that later on during the series, he's gonna fall apart. Not just him, not him as a person, them as a team. They're gonna fall apart. They're gonna do the same thing that they do every year. Same with the Blazers, which we ain't gonna talk about them right now, but same with the Blazers. It happens every year with the same teams. KD even said it. You know, these teams make it to number 1 seeds and number 3 seeds, but they play like 6 and 7 seeds. And I get that. I see it. We watch it. But Utah are playing really hard this year. But I just think even if they make it, they won't make it past Luka Doncic and those Mavericks, man. Because a healthy Mavericks team, they're balling.
I feel that.
So I just think even if they beat Memphis, I just like Memphis. They're a young team. Want to see Ja Morant and JJJ make it up out of there. Dylan Brooks, he actually gaining some fandom from me because I like him. So even if they make it out of there, I still don't think they'll even be the healthy Mavericks team, man. So, and I just really doubt anybody will beat the Lakers in the West. Not healthy.
I think you're biased.
Maybe.
I think you're a little biased on that, but I'm a have to agree with you on some of those points you made, especially with, you know, teams showing the same thing that they show years and years. You know, it's been let down, a big letdown for the fans. However, you know, I think you live and you learn. You live and you learn with Utah. You know, 3-1. You know, it happened with the Warriors. They lost the championship 3-1, came back, you know, better. I feel like that happens. You'll come back. You'll learn from your mistakes. You know what it takes to win. You got far. You got deep in the playoffs. You can do it. You just can't make those mistakes. Because even when they played the MVP candidate of this year, Jokic, last year, they were up 3-1. They just lost their footing. They got too excited.
Yeah, I was about to say they got too happy. They fell off.
Exactly. And I don't think they're going to lose that footing with Memphis. I don't think they're sleeping on Memphis. I think what Memphis is not ready for is that firepower that Utah has. And I don't think they even played.
They do have a lot of firepower. Because you shot. Dude, they caught back up. And Utah lit them up in that fourth quarter, man. That was kind of crazy.
Bro,
again, the Memphis Grizzlies need to settle down. Once they settle down, man, get their foot back up under them, stop the fouling. As soon as you stop fouling, especially out there at the perimeter, there's no need for you to jump and foul people at the perimeter. Once they stopped that, man, they broke a 20-point lead, got within 2 points, and Utah just, I mean, everybody got a three. Everybody hit one.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? They remind me of the Warriors before the Warriors got KD. They just don't have the shooting power of a Steph and Clay. However, that team has the same grit like the Warriors team had with Steph, Clay, and Harrison Barnes. That team, don't forget what that team did.
I got you, man.
Just saying.
I got you. I'm 100% understand.
Hey, you hear with me?
And let's talk about how the Wizards fell apart against 76ers, man. Without Westbrook, I doubt that team can be.
They're not going to win
even in the playoffs. No. I don't care how special Bradley Beal is. Bradley Beal is I'm gonna go out there and get mine type of guy.
I don't think he's that. I just think that Westbrook is a different type of leader, man. He deserves all his flowers. He's a different type of leader. He brings a lot to his teams. It's almost like the Chris Paul effect. I'm gonna give him his flowers, man. It's almost like the Chris Paul effect for sure. Like, he brings a different type of leadership. He brings a different type of firepower. You need that on the floor, man. That's a point guard, 6'3" point guard that gets you a triple double. You know what I'm saying? That's a big thing.
At any given time, too.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I don't see them winning without Westbrook, though. Philadelphia is a tough team.
I don't see them winning another game as long as Westbrook is going through his slump. First of all, he need to pull himself out of it, and I hope he's not injured for the rest of this series, is he? So I know he got injured. He stepped off the court.
I don't know. And keep updated.
Yeah, we're gonna keep y'all updated on that. He walked off the court, and this is on the 26th of May, first round of the playoffs, second game. So he walked off the court, and the guy actually poured popcorn on that man. Like,
dog,
they need to get that fan and ban him for life.
No,
there's no need for anything like that,
bro. They should let Westbrook get up in that crowd and go up there and knock him out. Like, hey, this is one thing I hate. I hate about life. Even in customer service field, you have to play the part. But these people, these customers that come in your store or whatever you got going on, they could cuss you out, and you have to sit there and take it. As an NBA player, they have to sit there and take it. That's a lot.
Because if they do anything, they get sued and suspended.
Listen, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I know it firsthand, bro. And customer service, when you get cussed out, I'm relaying this or comparing this to customer service is similar. Like, you have people that come in and disrespect you. They forget that you're a human being. They think they can disrespect you because you're doing your job. You get paid for this, and if you react, you will get fired. You will get, the repercussions behind it. They won't get anything. That's why people do that.
I work in the medical field, bro.
Yeah, coward, bro.
Hey, listen. There's nothing else need to be said. I work in the medical field, man.
Listen.
We get it all the time. But it shouldn't be that way. I think rude behavior should not be rewarded. But with that being said, that's a different topic. I just don't like that cat poured. I don't like that he poured that popcorn on him. That's some BS.
Can I say one thing before we leave this topic? I'm gonna look at the camera. For all you people out there that just like that man that poured that popcorn on Westbrook head, you a coward. You have no heart.
Mm-hmm.
If that was in person on the streets, you would have got laid out. I just want to let you know that.
That's why they don't do stuff like that in the streets.
I just want
they
to
wait
let
till
you
they
know
get in
that.
the situation. They play tough in those situations where you can't do anything. I really dislike people like that.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah. Took a lot out of me not to say certain stuff about that.
Oh yeah.
But Wizards need him to show up big. Yeah, hey, to Westbrook. But Westbrook need to show up big if they got any hopes for the Wizards to do anything. They stole one in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the second one. They need to go ahead and win at home. They need to win big at home, gain some momentum, win another big game at home, and take it to Philly at home.
I agree with that.
If they can't beat Philly at home, you get one more home game to close up this series. And I feel like that is very needed for them to get out of this. Because I think the Wizards can beat the Knicks or the Hawks easily.
Well,
I really like what the Hawks is doing right now.
So listen, you like what the Hawks doing. I got a take on this Philly Wizards series. Yeah. I think the players surrounding Westbrook and Bradley Beal have to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're moving entirely too fast for themselves. And I get it. It's the playoffs. You know, I don't know what the playoffs atmosphere is like. I'm not an NBA player, but from the outside looking in, it looked like they need to settle down. It looked like they're thinking about their move. You know, you can't do that in basketball. When you think about it, you kind of mess yourself up right there. Even when you play 2K, you think about your move, you kind of mess yourself up right there. You kind of just got to go out there. You got to play the game. But I think they need to slow themselves down and understand that, you know what I'm saying, this may be the playoffs and you don't have to do, you know, certain things too much. You got this team for 7 games. You have to lock in and take each game one game at a time. I think they be out there thinking about X, Y, Z. Because I'm watching the game and Bradley Beal and Westbrook, they still doing their thing. Of course, the superstars, they're not going to have a great night all the time. They might have an off night here and there. But the other players are not living up to what they were just playing like in the regular season. Like, they have to slow themselves down. They made that transition. This is not the regular season no more. They don't seem prepared enough for this type of atmosphere that they're in right now. And Philadelphia has experience. And I think that's what we're seeing right now.
You know what I mean? Need you, bro. We need you.
Yeah.
Just wanted to say that to him real quick off screen. My bad. But yeah, once everybody gets together, you know Westbrook is gonna slow everything down. He's gonna get everybody together, and once he does that, team will be right back. We just need him to show up in them big moments, but we need a Westbrook. And on to the next and probably last topic of this episode right here. Who would have been your point guard MVP this year?
I'm sorry, everybody. I'm laughing because me and him have off-screen discussions about this a lot. So before I get going on this, I want to toast to that brother, and I'm about to break it down for you.
Mm-hmm.
So mine definitely would have been Steph Curry. Oh yeah, Steph Curry has been playing his. Oh my God, bro. He's been playing so great. I think he played better, almost about the same as his one MVP season, the unanimous vote. I think he played just about the same, bro.
Close.
Without Stephen Curry on that Warriors team, they would not be in a play-in game. We saw what they were last year. They were the worst team in the NBA last year without Stephen Curry. And with Stephen Curry, they went to a play-in game. And only reason they lost, you know what I'm saying, to my opinion, you know, injuries and being undersized, of course.
First of all, injuries play a big part in anybody. When you're a big team like that, you got injured players, especially a Klay Thompson.
No, not just Klay Thompson. They had James Wiseman.
No.
Yeah.
James Wiseman don't even stand on the same as Klay.
For size? I'm talking about for size, though. For size.
Klay makes up for size with this tremendous amount of firepower that he got.
I agree.
I don't know. that's my favorite player on the Warriors, Clay.
Yeah, he's an animal. He's an animal.
He's something different.
He's underappreciated in the NBA.
But to be honest, though, I think if they would have had Clay, they would have beat the Lakers.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't even been in a playing game. They wouldn't have been
in the second one. They wouldn't have been in that second one. But I think, say Clay would have came back right as they played the Lakers, they would have won.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
In my opinion, and as you know, I get a little biased when it comes to LA. That's my opinion.
Yeah. Be on the lookout for them next year.
Now we a little healthy. LA a little healthy. I don't really worry about other teams when LA is in town, man. But outside of that,
who do I think? Okay, so I'm gonna give you my list of point guards who I think is top 5.
Okay.
I wrote this down, so I'm gonna look at my list.
So, you came prepared.
Yeah, I came prepared. I wrote this down. So I got Steph. I got Russ. I have Kyrie.
This is in order?
This is in order. I have Chris Paul. And I have Trae Young. And the reason I put Trae Young up there over a lot of other point guards because, what he does goes unnoticed to a lot of people. But I noticed him, man. I've been watching him for the last couple of years, and he's a threat. When you have a guy that's only been in the league for about 4 years, I think this is 4th year, right? 4th year?
But it's his 3rd.
That's crazy year. Like, the Hawks were not that when he was before he got there. Like, he created this team.
Well, the Hawks at one point before they broke that team apart was a number 1 seed and to be feared.
Yeah, I remember that.
The only person to break them down was LeBron James.
But we're talking about the Josh Smith. You talking about the Josh Smith?
I'm talking about a certain team. Yeah. What I'm saying, but before they were broken apart like that, that was a number 1 seed. That team was to be feared.
I agree.
So just to, there's something about how they put little teams together all of a sudden. Because Atlanta will put a team together out of nowhere. They'll be really bad for about 5 years straight, and out of nowhere just put a team together.
Dude, they got a star in Trae Young. I mean, the only person I see that resembles that type of firepower is Steph and Dame. You know what? I gotta take Trae Young out of there. I don't know how I forgot about Dame Lillard. Dame is my top 5 point guard. I have Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, Kyrie Irving, Chris Paul, and Dame Lillard. That is my top 5. Dame is crazy. I'm sorry, Trae Young. You could be number 6, but Dame is my number 5.
He's an honorable mention.
Yeah, he definitely is. What about for you, man? I want to hear your top 5.
In order, I got Kyrie, Steph, Westbrook, Chris Paul, Dame Lillard, and for my honorable mention is Ja Morant. Kyrie will always be regarded as my number 1 point guard in the league.
Why is that?
Not only is I'm not going to say he has the same shooting ability as Steph, but he can definitely shoot. He can definitely score. Skill wise, he is the best point guard in the league. Ability wise, as far as being able to jump on both sides of that ball and do everything, I'm gonna give it to Westbrook as the best. But Westbrook just can't shoot, and he shoots. If that makes any sense.
I get it.
What Westbrook do is instead of playing his game, he'll shoot these deep threes, and yeah, man, you gonna hit them once in a while. That's not very cash money of you to be out there just jacking up shots.
So let me ask you.
But Westbrook is a dog. Yeah.
What point guard you think has the best offensive rating in the league?
If I had to rate an offensive player,
like what point guard do you think has the best offensive rating?
I still would go Kyrie.
Nope. Stats wise, I'm talking about
stats wise.
Yeah, stats wise.
And that would have to be Westbrook.
Nope. So
Because just offensive, I'm just about to say something.
Oh, go ahead.
Just based off offensive rating, what are we talking about? Just points?
No, that's actually like a stat.
Like I know it's a stat, but what I'm asking is,
it's
how
like,
was the stat read?
I'm not too sure entirely, but I believe it's more about the efficiency level that they score.
Okay.
Like the efficiency level that they score, I think they create opportunities as well, if I'm not sure, but I know it's about the efficiency level that they score. So you said Westbrook?
If I had to go with somebody, I would go Westbrook.
So it's actually Steph Curry, and they said he's blowing every other point guard out of the water. And second place is Chris Paul, actually.
Oh, the second place I was gonna go Chris Paul.
Yeah, second place Chris Paul.
I wasn't, even though he's probably, out of all the people we named, he's probably averaging the least amount of everything. His efficiency, and they count that stuff for for as far as your rating goes. I'm sure that they count your free throws in that too, right?
Okay, I think so.
And your points responsible for.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm sure I'm sure Chris Paul would have been up there. My question is, where would Kyrie be in that, if you know? Because based off skill set, I would still give it to Kyrie. I don't know a better person who can make an opportunity for a bucket.
Skill set, I'll give you Kyrie. John Wall. No, it's Steph Curry, Chris Paul, and Russell Westbrook.
I knew Russ would be in the top 3.
Yeah,
100%.
So I think Kyrie's, I'm gonna give Kyrie his credit and his flowers too, because he's a great person off the court. I feel like, even though he get killed by the media a lot, they don't understand his values. But what type of values do really the media understand besides their own? I just think that he's a very deep person, and I think that he is one of the most skilled point guards we've ever seen.
And misunderstood, because like you said,
he's very misunderstood. I just think
he's being rewritten by the media versus understood, and a lot of people, they catch and go. They don't take time to think. They don't show empathy towards what somebody going through. That's why I like it when he say, "Let's just keep it basketball, man. Y'all don't understand nothing anyway." I love it. I love Kyrie.
And I can get why people will say that's their favorite point guard. I definitely get it. He's one of mine. Like, I get it. But
by the way, when I say that I think he's more skilled than Steph, I'm not saying by any means that I think Steph is below anybody at any point in time. I think Steph is the greatest shooter I've ever seen.
They actually
I've been watching basketball. I've been watching basketball since '95.
They actually have him. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, you go. I've been watching basketball since '95, and that's the greatest shooter I've ever seen in my life. I actually used to get disgusted loving the Warriors so much watching them play. I used to be like, man, they shooting lights out. Man, third quarter come, and I ain't never seen a team hit so many threes in my life. Be like, watching LeBron lose like that be kind of crazy, but it'd be like, sheesh. I caught myself saying bang one time when when Steph shot the ball. It was during the finals. I was like, bang! I was like,
hey,
I had to look around, make sure the room didn't hear me, man. They're like, bang!
Hey, listen, they got him ranked as the second best point guard of all time,
under Magic Johnson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair. That's 100% fair.
You know what's crazy about this Steph Curry conversation before we get off this podcast is I remember watching him when he first got in the league playing with Monte Ellis. And he was going crazy then. And this is when Kobe was in the league. And I remember watching the Warriors play the Lakers back in the day because I'm a huge Kobe fan. Kobe's my favorite player. Kobe is the reason why I even watch basketball. I just want to let y'all know that. So I'm going for the Lakers, and I just see this light-skinned dude, rookie, come down the court, boom, 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 and just throw up a 3 and make it. I'm like, bruh, I'm like, if somebody don't guard him, like, bro, what is he like? What's going on, bro? He was going so crazy then, and it's so crazy. Like, he just getting his recognition now, but if you put his rookie year into like today's day and age, dog.
So I'm if it just so the podcast know, the whole world gonna know eventually. I'm a huge LeBron fan. Like,
yeah,
it's unmatched, right? So
which is why he's biased, y'all.
I ain't biased. I just say things. So, when all of them, him, Melo, D-Wade, all of them went to go watch Steph Curry who play ball at Davidson, and I watched a lot of college ball, and I had never his Davidson, man. I had never really paid attention to the team. Man, they all went and watched this boy play, man. I was sitting there watching. I said, man, who they all going to see? I'm like, this kid. I prayed that he went to like LeBron's team. I said, man, whoever this kid is, we need this kind of point guard. But I respected the Kyrie thing. So when he went back, I was like, okay, him and Kyrie gonna do numbers. LeBron would have 5 rings right now if Kyrie wouldn't have got injured. He had 6 if Kyrie wouldn't have left. And Kyrie would have 3.
Okay. Huh? You think they would have won that last one?
If Kyrie wouldn't have left, yes.
They wouldn't have won that last one.
Oh, come on, man.
Not the one with KD. That's one of the best teams that's probably the best team we'll probably ever seen in basketball.
And LeBron sit there and dropped 51. All that somebody else had to do was score.
That's great. It's just like you tell me on 2K. You let the best player score, he's gonna get his buckets anyways. You take away everybody else.
But Kyrie would have been on that. Kyrie would have been on that team. He would have gave them at least 30.
That's fine. They gonna outscore them.
Okay, no, they wouldn't. They would not have outscored them. They would have had. They played with a full healthy team. All I'm saying,
about some shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That's the who, what, when, why, right? That's the coulda, woulda, shoulda happened. But all I'm saying is that LeBron would already have 6 rings if he could have had the perfect thing. Instead of playing with I mean, and this is no, like I said, I try and disrespect NBA players because I know they'll cook me, man. And I can actually ball, but I know they'll cook me still. But you got the NBA players. You got Matthew Dellavedova being his second best player on his team in 2015. Come on, man.
That wasn't his second best player. He had Hart. He was playing Hart, but they still had K-Love.
Well, I got his arm dislocated. He didn't even come back until.
Oh yeah, right. He did.
Yeah, Kyrie got injured game 1. They was all there at first, and then K-Love falls apart.
But listen,
the injuries, everything like that. But we ain't gonna talk about all of that. That's
I was gonna say, hey, you're talking about some woulda, shoulda, couldas right now, and it woulda, shoulda, couldn't, wouldn't happen.
Hey, listen, man, we can go ahead and get up out of here, man. I appreciate the content. Salud.
Salud, brother.